Test, test, test. Okay, back again in another live stream broadcast or podcast or whatever that is in an intentional free time. So basically, in unintentional free time recently, I basically got interrupted before I was able to do the same duration like my good behavior recording. So that's the reason why I decided to do it again right now, even though before this I basically already do a good behavior recording again as well, which in total in this day I basically already do it for more than half an hour, so that's pretty exhausted to be honest, but yeah, it's okay since I basically wanted to make it as productive as possible, including to the things that I basically didn't get the result immediately, but obviously since when we are already gone from this world we will experience just these things that we ever imagine or that we never experience in this world. So that's the reason why it is basically some sort of belief or faith or yeah or whatever that is. So basically it is something that probably can be expected, unlike the things that you basically experience in this world or you basically try to expect from other people, which most of the time is not gonna works the way that you are try expected. So that's the reason why you often get disappointed from other people's, because yeah, you're basically think they were probably subjective or maybe even the other way around, too kind to us, or I don't know. Even though if it is basically too kind, then you're basically only need to be grateful. But when something that is actually the other way around, which is the most injustice thing that you're ever imagine or you ever see, then it's basically something that you need to accept and try to be patient and also grateful obviously, and try to do another things or looking for another opportunity which basically or hopefully better than what you're currently had right now. But yeah, I know it's basically hard, and yeah, sometimes most of us are basically pretty much like an NPC or side characters in a movie or a game where we are basically can only do what many people's or what the main characters try to told us to do. So that's the reason why it is basically pretty sad. But yeah, in order to be the main characters we are basically need to do many things, unless we are really immediately or suddenly des- have a destiny to do, or a miracle happens, then everything was immediately changed. But yeah, that's pretty low probability, because yeah, we are talking about most of the people, and yeah, most of the people can only accept their fate instead of fate, that what that I basically tried to mention previously when it comes to the things that we will have when we are already gone from this world. So yeah, that's the reason why, and I don't know how long that I basically want to do this live stream, because yeah, for some reason I basically want to prepare the native language podcast as well, which still have another four episode, which is basically 40 minutes, and I'm not sure whether I basically able to do all of those episodes, because the intentional free time that I basically got right now is already longer than usual. So I don't know whether I will basically got interrupted in a matter of minutes, but yeah, I basically try to do as much as productive personal productivity things as possible, because yeah, in order to probably try to prepare another content, which I basically still not tried to start it. So the things that basically related to karaoke on the other platforms, which yeah, I don't know, maybe because my laptop is actually getting heavier. The old 2013 MacBook Air are just not started to make, or started to not capable, or the online video editor that I currently use as well, it seems to be try to enforce me to buy a premium subscription, maybe because I already tried to render so many videos in those platforms, and I'm still not interesting, obviously, because yeah, the video that I basically created from there is still not have the same result like what I actually wanted. So yeah, I don't know. So I basically cannot use the element that I used to be able to use it for my videos. So it's getting more repetitive for the native language podcasts. But yeah, it's okay, since I don't know, maybe hopefully with this kind of repetition it will finally disrupt the algorithms, so that one of my video can finally able to be noticed in the public. But yeah, I just can only be patient and try to do it consistently, even though yeah, it is basically hard, since at some point when you try to do something, when something related to you are getting heavier on certain side, you basically need to temporarily sacrifice, like when I basically or recently experienced in the beginning of this workday, which I basically feel, I don't know, there are so many contexts that I basically need to cater, and but it turns out it's basically not as bad as I thought. So probably it's just pretty much my negative thinking. So yeah, it's already 8 minutes. I'm not sure how long that I basically got in the previous live stream when it was basically interrupted. So I think it's around 7 minutes. I think it's more than 5 minutes, but definitely less than 10 minutes, because yeah, it's basically an interruption. Because if it's probably already reached 10 minutes, I basically try to end the stream without any interruption. So yeah, I don't know what else that I basically want to do or want to talk about, because yeah, I basically wanted to reinstall the graphic drivers on my old gaming PC, and I don't know whether it is gonna be worthy or not, because to be honest, I'm still have some desire to upgrade my old gaming PC, especially when it comes to one of my college friend that I used to bought his old gaming PC for around $50, which basically make my feet itchy. I don't know, maybe because it's just pretty old, so it's have some invisible inside it when I try to disassembly the PC and try to distribute the component into my other PC collection. So yeah, it's basically pretty annoying, but yeah, it's basically pretty cheap. So it's only $50 for the specification that's basically better than my current old gaming PC, even though it's was a different form factor. So yeah, because the ITX or the mini PC form factor is pretty segmented due to higher price than the bigger form factor. But yeah, I don't know whether I basically wanted to bought his new gaming PC again or not, because yeah, he's basically no longer like to play games perhaps, or is already tried to focus on their own path or parenthood perhaps, I'm not sure. So yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I basically, if I finally enter those kind of phase of life, I basically still pretty much consistent with the things that I basically like, and hopefully new peoples or the other peoples that I basically love can understand it, just like what my family's already tried to understand for many years since I was born, so obviously. And yeah, what else? It's already more than 10 minutes, so basically I don't have anything to say, and I don't know, to be honest, I basically wanted to upgrade one of the components of my old gaming PC only, but I don't know whether it is gonna be worthy or not. It's definitely much cheaper than when I basically try to upgrade the whole components, but yeah, it's definitely will cause bottlenecks, since basically the most effective components that I basically can upgrade is actually the one that I already had right now, even though the condition is pretty much not really good anymore. So there's a possibility of crash issue worse than what I basically or currently experience right now. So that's the reason why I basically try to bought new things instead of second-hand things. But I don't know, the new things is basically much expensive, and it's basically not really have the better performance than the second-hand things. But I don't know, because yeah, when everything was basically new, I basically can prevent for any kind of upgrades perhaps until more than 10 years, because yeah, definitely this old gaming PC is already more than 10 years, or even it is almost exactly 10 years, I'm not sure. It's basically third generation of i3 and the 7000 series of VGA at Radeon AMD or whatever it is. So yeah, it's already 13 minutes. I don't know whether I basically still have something to say in this live stream. I think I will try to prepare another native language podcast